Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, and in today's episode of Palworld, what I'm going to teach you guys is how to get your first boss monster. The first boss monster in the game is called the Chillet, and we are going to hunt it down. But before we can hunt it down, we're going to need a few little bits and pieces. Now, the last time I left off, I have brought you guys to base level 9, alright? And the next evolution is to have a sphere workbench and a cooler. We're going to build half of that. Alright, we're going to build half of that. We're going to build the sphere workbench first so that I can show you how to hunt your first boss. And then we're also going to show you how to get your first ever flying pal. Okay? Now, that's not going to be in this video. That's going to be in the next video talking about, the next few base levels and whatnot. But for today, let's focus on that. So, I'm going to remove my camera. Alright, and the first thing we're going to build together is a sphere workbench. Now, in order to build the sphere workbench, you're going to have at least 10 palladium fragments, 30 wood, and about 10 nails. Alright, nails, if you recall, are created from ingots. So if you've got some ingots already, you can have some nails as well. Let me summon up a daydream. Now, it is really important at this point in time to take stock of what your pals can do. Alright, so for my particular pals, my daydream has artisan. Artisan is extremely important when it comes to crafting stuff. So if you look here, work speed plus 50%, this is extremely useful when you want to craft anything. So for now, because we don't have anything better, we're going to summon the daydream at the workbench. Alright, so I'm going to do this. Alright. It's summoned at the workbench, so it'll help me out. We're going to craft 10 nails real quickly. Now, nails come in units of 2, so you'll need to craft 5 here, and then 10 nails will show up. So thanks to the fact that Daydream has Artisan, this work is going to go by zip, zap, zoom. Alright, so bear with me. We're going to finish this off, and then we're going to construct the sphere workbench. Now, you may ask, why am I making 10 nails when I already had 10 nails there? Well, I'm the type of person, especially with games like this, where you want to ensure that you have a spare stock, all right? Because sometimes you just want to build things quickly. Okay. Great. We've gotten all the nails we need. Now let's also check on our primitive furnace here. We've got 21 fresh ingots, but guess what? I did a lot of mining, so we'll put 75 up here, and that's going to really help us out. Now the next thing we're going to need, as I mentioned before, is the sphere workbench. So we're going to build that here, all right? We're going to continuously build these workbenches, one after the other, so it's easy. If you want your daydream to help you out here, make sure to summon it, and all your pals will come over, help you build this real quick, and bada bing, bada boom, it's done. Now, at this sphere workbench, you can make mega spheres. These are better than pal spheres. Pal spheres are ideal for monsters that are level 1 to 10. Okay, from levels 10 to 20, you're going to want to use at least a megasphere. In fact, levels 10 to 18 are the recommended for megaspheres. Okay, in order to construct them, you're going to need 1 palladium fragment, 1 ingot, 5 wood, and 5 stone. So I'm going to construct 10 of these right away. All right. In fact, you know what? Let's just construct 15 so we don't have to waste time. I'll summon my daydream, and my daydream can actually work on these while I go and do other things. So let's go do a little bit of base admin while I'm away. Alright, so we'll go pick up stuff at the ranch, make sure this is all sorted out. Okay, let's put the wool away. Now these extra ingots, we'll go store them in their usual ingot box. So I'll go there. Okay, what's this? Some berry seeds. Okay, we don't need to worry too much about that. Oops, I stepped over the fire. Now, if you've got wood and stone over there, alright, you can just take it out and put it into the wood and stone chest. This is just an extra chest used for all that. What I like to do is, while the daydream's crafting all this, I will also go and craft for myself. Usually, I'll go and weave cloth so that we don't waste any time. So while the daydream's crafting my spheres, you don't want to waste any time. You want to spend your time wisely, so I'm going to craft the cloth. This way, you have all your base admin done all at once. Alright, now a lot of people don't do their extra base admin, but I do. Like I said, I do not waste time. Okay, now of course you can help the daydream to get things done faster, but when you have base admin, it's always better to do things like this. Alright, so in the crusher as well, let's go build, say... Now, you can use spare stone when you have a lot of it to create palladium fragments, but right now, we're still early in the game, so we don't really want to do that. The mega spheres are half done, so let's help out. We'll get this done real quick. And then after that, we're going to go hunt a Chillet. Now, you've already got a ground mount, or at least you should if you followed my mount guide as well. All right, thank you, Daydream. So now that you're done with that, let's go get the combat party together. All right. For your combat party, what you're looking for is any creature that has Vanguard. Vanguard is extremely useful. So we've got Motivational Leader's Vanguard right here. Vanguard will increase your attack damage. All right. Of course, you want a Direwolf for your mount. So let's use Clumsy because Direwolves, they don't work. So it's easy enough. The Direwolf becomes your mount. Now look for Stronghold Strategist if you have one. Okay, Stronghold Strategist is extremely useful. It is very good if you want to... Now, this one can also be part of your combat party. Noxes are pretty good in combat. But for the time being, we don't need to worry too much about that. Let me see. Pangullet has Artisans. That's really good. Stronghold Strategist. Okay, we've got a Daydream that has Stronghold Strategist. So we're going to put him in here. In place of this Chicky, which is Motivational Leader. Motivational Leader only increases your work speed, so you don't need to worry too much about that. Having one that has Vanguard, one that has Stronghold Strategist is good. And of course, these two can stack. So if you've got any other creatures that also have Vanguard, Stronghold Strategist, you can absolutely put them into combat and make use of them that way. So let's take a look around. What else do we have? Nothing else that I'm seeing other than a little Pangullet that has Vanguard. So we can put the Pangullet that is Vanguard in place of the Cativa if you don't need the weight when you're going out hunting. Alright, so in general, I don't really need extra weight when I'm going out hunting, so I put the Pangullet in. And this gives me a party of 2 Vanguards and a Stronghold Strategist, therefore boosting my abilities before I get into combat. Alright, so let's check out everything else. Yeah, everything else looks good. There isn't anything else that I really want. And remember, if you've got a Daydream necklace, both your Daydreams will kind of follow you around like this. But sometimes when hunting pals, you got to be a bit careful about that, alright? Because they may end up killing the creatures that you want to fight, so you're gonna need to be a bit cautious. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna summon our Dire Howl, right? We're gonna ride it, and then we're going to go after the Chillet boss. The Chillet boss is the first boss that you're ever gonna fight in the game, and it is located. Whoops, so sorry, I didn't mean to move that thing on my scene. I know you guys can't see it, but I moved something on my virtual stage, so that's really not a smart plan. Okay, we're going to go to the Fort Ruins, and then we're going to go after the Chillet. And if we see anything good or worthwhile catching along the way, we're going to catch it for the XP, because we want to be at least level 16 before we do the next portion. I'm not talking about the Chillet portion, but after that, we're going to go after our Flying Pal, and that you're going to see that in the next video. Alright, so you want to just hunt and capture along. Now, I need one more land ball, apparently, so I'm going to make sure these things don't attack. Throw a Pal Sphere, it's ours. The other land ball can be murdered for food. Alright, there we go. So we've got our full capture bonus for the land balls. Doesn't really seem like there's anything else around here. So, Dire Howl, go. Now, your Daydreams will continue to follow you around as long as you've got a Daydream necklace. And this can be problematic, like I said, if you're talking about active comp now. Here, T-Fants, alright, hunt them down and grab them. You will kind of want them for the Pal Fluids, alright? So kill them even if you can't capture them. They are worth having, just for the Pal Fluids. Alright? And if you manage to get some Tansies along the way as well, pick them up. Oh, look at this cheeky fella. Alright? Listen, my Vixie produces free spheres for me, so you're all coming along. You want to grab all these for the XP as long as you haven't maxed out your capture rate. Why? Because ultimately, all of that XP is going to get you to level 16, and that's what you really want. So before we hunt the Chillet, let's also make sure that everything around this area is all ours. Okay, so about 2 sand attacks will get this Tansy sorted. Alright. I know it's only a 73% capture rate, but that should be good enough. Okay, that's good. And we also have a Capri here. Now, the Capri will last a bit longer, so you just want to enjoy a bit of that, yeah? Okay. Now, you'll notice that once it gets to about level 9, the capture rate on these with the blue spheres is kind of really low. So this is why you have to build the Mega Spheres for higher level captures and stuff like that. Okay, we got a Capri, and there's also another T-Fant here, so... Oop, that one's dead. Whoops, that T-Fant's also dead. We got a free Pal Sphere here, and we will hunt down the Ichthyodeer. This little fella. Now, I like to say this, I disrespect them with blue balls because I'm supposed to use the green balls on them, but they aren't worthy of that respect just yet. Okay, so we've got 4 deers now. Having all these copies is good because some of them will have negative stats and you want to sell them off in future. All right, now we've cleaned out the area around the Chillet. All right, so it's not going to get any help when you actually end up fighting it. Oh, where is it? It's gone over there. So we're going to get rid of these T-Fans as well. We don't want them interfering in the combat. Little Tansy over there, but that should be fine. Now, when it comes to actual combat, what I tend to do is against your first boss. Okay, your Chillet is the first boss monster that you'll ever face. You probably want to let your pals do some work on it. Alright, so just be ready to dodge its attacks first. Assist your pals where you can, but primarily it'll be your pals fighting for you. Just make sure they do that. Yeah? Okay, now you want to pull your pal back, and you let your daydreams do your auto attack. Alright, so I usually let both of them do the auto attack there. Then I'll command them not to attack. Alright, and this, now it's very low. I'm going to disrespect it with a blue sphere. Now, this is what we built the mega spheres for, but sometimes you can still catch it even with a blue sphere. So I usually like to use 2 of these. If that doesn't work, then I go up to the next highest. Okay, so the mega spheres have a much higher capture rate. This one's at 61%. It can still escape, but this obviously gives you a much better opportunity to get it. Alright. Okay, we just got it. Gucci gang right there, and we leveled up. This is really important. So now we're going to level up again, and we're going to put in weight. Why weight? Because weight is extremely important. At this stage of the game, you don't need to worry about health. You don't need to worry about stamina, attack, and all that. Wait. Because you're going to go mining. You're going to go mining for a lot of ore. All right? So you want to get your weight up, and then after this, you work on their health, stamina, and all that. And work speed, of course. But for now, it's good enough. Now, whenever you beat a boss, what you're going to get is ancient civilization parts. Save these because they're actually important. They will be necessary later on for many of your bigger technological constructions. The egg incubator is one that you want to have, so make sure you unlock this with your first technological point. You don't have to get the feed bag and the grappling gun. These are optional. Now, the grappling gun can be really good for helping you move when you're overweight because you can still use it even when you're weighed down. So it can be very helpful for getting you back to base, but you don't actually need it. What you want to save up for is 2 technological points to get your PAL Essence Condenser. This is going to help you later on, because if you got a PAL that you really like, what you want to do is you want to get the PAL that you really like, and combine another 4 of them into that PAL, and it will go up a level. It'll go up a star, all right? So that'll be really good. Now, here's the thing. You can actually unlock a Chillet saddle and ride your Chillet. It is slower than the Dire Howl, but if the Chillet comes with, say, the Runner or the Swift trait, you can unlock that and have a great time. Alright, oops, sorry, heat-resistant pelt armor. I'm not supposed to unlock this, but that's okay. Sometimes you just unlock things by accident, that's alright. Get a wheat plantation and a mill. You're going to need this for later on. Alright, there should be nothing else that is crucial. And a mega shield you can now build at the high-quality workbench. This is an upgrade to the common shield, so we're going to go for that. Because there's going to be another important thing that I'm going to show you. Now you've captured your first boss, but did you know that if the boss is an open world area boss, meaning that it's out in the open area, it respawns every morning. So if you go through the night cycle, wait till the next morning, the Chillet's going to be here. I'm going to show you that. All right, I'm going to demonstrate that. Now, we're not going to wait the entire duration because there's no point in a video being like another 30 minutes long of me waiting that entire duration. But what we are going to do is I'm going to do a video cut once we head back to base. All right, and then I will come back again on the next day and we will have a little bit of fun. All right, so now from here... Sorry, I was trying to find the waypoint and I got a little bit lost. We're gonna take our little Dire Howl. Whee! Now, your Dire Howl does also... Surprisingly, that didn't suffer any fall damage. That's... Wow. Dire Howl's got strong legs. Didn't even break its legs doing that. I'm gonna quickly mine these little bits of palladium fragments along here because, trust me, you want to have as many of these as you can. Okay, now it's done. Now let's head back to base. And if you're hungry or, you know, you haven't eaten yet, make sure to feed your pals. Yeah? Always feed your pals. Now let's go up to the fast travel point and head back to base. And if you see a water pal, you know what to do. Grab that pal fluid. You're going to need a lot of it. Okay, back to base camp. Now that you're back at base camp, what we're going to do is that you're going to start in... Now you've got 9 pals, right? You'll get even more later on. So what we're going to do here, and I'm just going to teach you this little thing. This is why I wanted the PAL fluids. You're going to construct a second hot spring. It's important to have 2 of these around because 1 alone is not enough. And let's get a Daydream out here to help us as well. Look at this Pangullet with Artisan. It goes so fast because it's got Artisan. So it's working really hard to just get this thing up and running. I love the Artisan perk on these pals. It's so good. Alright. You also start noticing your berry amounts going up. So if you ever need spare food, you can just take them from the feed box. But I tend to leave that for pals. So try not to be too disgraceful and steal some of that. Alright. Now we're going to drop off all of our little stuff. So monster materials goes in here. And do we have anything left? No, we don't. Okay. Put away the leather. Put away the wool. The rest is all food-related items. I get rid of berry seeds because I don't need them anymore. And ancient civilization fragments. We'll put them in here. I don't know what those PAL fragments are doing, but alright. How much stone do I have? Oh, has it not been emptied? Remember to consistently empty out your stone quarry and your logging area. Alright, it's just healthy to do so you can figure out what to do. And remember that I taught you guys about the Vixie. Look at this. The Vixie is producing arrows and things like that, so I don't even have to worry about that. Plenty of low-level PAL spheres, so this will help you with all your basic catching and all that kind of stuff, so it's very, very good. Oh, and we've produced 51 ingots, so let's clear that out. Let's make sure we put all that away. Because now, the next big thing that I'm going to teach you guys to do is at this high-quality workbench, you're going to make your Mega Shield. It takes 5 Ancient Civilization parts. You already know that you can get them from the boss fights. Alright, so we're going to construct our Mega Shield. I will summon a Daydream to help us. I should have summoned the one with Artisan, but this will do. It's fine. Alright, so we'll get the Daydream to help us, and we'll create our Mega Shield. Now, the Mega Shield is going to be important for boss fights later on because it'll allow you to survive at least, in normal world, it'll allow you to survive at least 1 hit from the bosses. Alright, in hard mode, you can survive, well, sorry, in the normal world, you might be able to survive 2 hits. In the hard world, you might survive 1. Alright, so we've got that done. There's nothing else that we need. We could make a crossbow, but again, not very necessary for this current stage of the game. Don't worry about it too much. You'll need it more after we go after the flying pals. Now, take a look at your equipment. You've got a stone pickaxe and a stone axe. What you want to do is you want to upgrade to the metal pickaxe. And now we've got the ingots, the wood, and the stone to do so. This will help your mining production quite a bit. So make sure you get yourself a metal pickaxe. All right? That's the next big step. And make yourself a metal axe. Now, if you don't do logging, you don't need to worry about this. I leave the choice up to you. I like to at least make a metal axe if I can, and a metal spear so that I have at least the basic weapons ready. But again, I'm not going over to the crossbow. Why? Because the current pals that we're hunting are low level. If you pick up the crossbow, they might die quite easily. So we're going to make all this stuff, the metal spear, the metal axe, equip that. We're going to scrap the old materials that we don't need. Okay, we're going to discard them. Some people like to leave the spares of their old equipment. I don't do that because it's a waste of time. You can just construct the low-level stuff. Now, take a look at the right-hand side where it says the Eighth-Deer is upset and he went to bed. If any of your creatures are ever upset, now we're going to equip the new stuff, all right? If any of your creatures are ever upset, make sure you replace them straight away, all right? You don't want to leave them around being upset, you know, and not doing their tasks. So we're going to swap... Oh, look at that Mamorest. Lovely fella. So we'll swap over the Eighth-Deer for a new one. Okay, this new Eighth-Deer is cheery and he'll work hard. Okay, now what we're going to do is that I'm going to go do some mining and stuff, and then when the day turns, that is when I'm going to show you that the Chillet is ready to go, and we're going to capture it on the next morning again. All right, so we're going to turn off the recording now, and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so it's now nighttime, and I've actually spent my time leveling up, doing all this kind of stuff. Now, when I'm at level 17, this is my first, again, you don't really need hit points if you don't really want to at this point. Work speed might be more important. It's really your choice, but I'll put into work speed. You can start going for hit points after this if you want. But now, while we wait for day to break, all right, I decided I'll just come around here, capture a few of the species that I haven't fully captured just yet. So once daytime comes, we'll go and poke at the... We'll go and poke at the Chillet. I'm also gonna go get that Tombat, because Tombats are awesome. Now I have to tell you that in this, now I was gonna talk about the flying pal in the next video, but I actually already have one, so that's gonna be a thing. Try to get the Tombat to follow you down here if you can. But if it won't, then that's okay. That's annoying. I don't know why the pals can't just follow me down here. Would be cooler if they did. Alright, so we're just gonna jump up this. It's a bit of an awkward methodology, but it'll work. There. Now my boy. Okay, do that. Let's go capture this. Because I want to have more Tombats for my base. They're good for mining and a lot of other stuff. Yeah, there we go. There's also a Depresso down there. Alright, Depresso, since you want in on this action so badly, allow me to adjust your attitude. Depressos are alright for base work. Not very good, but as a basic pet, they're fine. Oh. Let me continue disrespecting it with a nice little blue ball. There's another one coming to help its friend. Okay. Let me go delete this guy. Oh, sorry. You're done. Okay, now day has broken already, as you can see. So what we're going to do is we're going to head up. Now make sure to feed your team if you haven't already. Feed your team some food if your pets are hungry. You can use the boss Chillet to fight the Chillet if you really want to. That's also one fun thing that I like to do. Oh, yeah. Along the way, you see lovely water pals. Delete them. If you're not going to capture them, all right, delete them. I just realized my Dire Howl learned air cannon, which is beautiful. I love air cannon. It's so much more useful than... it's just a normal type move, but it's so much more useful than the Sandblast, because the Sandblast is slow. Still don't have a Dire Howl with Runner, but that's okay. We got a nice little Lift Monk along the way. So I like to use my air cannons to bully the Lift Monks. And I'll capture them. But if you want to, now you can perform a sort of like a double range strike maneuver. You can start with your Sandblast if you're up close and personal, and then hit him with the air cannon. So there's another nice little move there. Okay. Bang, bang. I'll get off this. Now let it attack aggressively. I do have the flying pal in my inventory. Sorry, in my pal group. But I'm going to save that for the next video because I really want to show you from start to finish the capture and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, now it's almost ready for capture again. Ooh, withdraw the Chillet quickly before it accidentally kills it. I'm going to disrespect it with the blue ball first. Alright. No way. Is it getting caught by a blue ball? Lol. Alright, we got a second Chillet. So as you can see, once day starts, right, the boss will respawn, and then you'll be able to get your second Chillet. So this is how you get copies of the boss, and it's just a very smooth way of doing it. Early game, the Chillet is pretty strong. It is a great dragon type to use, so don't hesitate to abuse it. Alright, that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. There's going to be more content coming soon, so look forward to it. And thank you to all of you who are supporting the content, all of our lovely channel members, our channel donators, all that. Thank you so much for watching my videos, sharing my videos. You guys are amazing. Those of you who hit that like button, I'm so grateful to you guys. Thank you for watching my Palworld content. More is coming soon. Expect the next stage of the newbie guide, all right? Expect part 4 next, where we're going to go through flying pets and how you can upgrade a whole bunch of stuff. All right, look forward to that, and I'll see you on the next one. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.